I recently purchased a foam cutter for my module project, so we're going to take a look at how it works. So let's go. I'm Tom Gochange, and this is Tom's Trains and Things. This channel was created to help other modelers who are in need of guidance in pursuing their dream of building a model railroad. And I'm building a module in my living room right now. And what I forgot to do on the live stream was show you a picture of the module cam. So there it is right there. Now, that is the foam cutter that we're going to talk about today. It is manufactured by Gochange. It's a 3-in-1 foam cutter. Electric cutting machine pen tool kit, 100 to 240 volt, 18 watt styrofoam cutting pen with electronic voltage transformer. There is the information right there that you could see for yourself. Let me bring it up on the top page here. Right there. And that's what it looks like. You get a pen, you get two different pointers, or I'd call them pointers or probes or something like that. And then you get the bow with the wire in it for cutting large areas. So we're going to take a look at that today and see how it works, since I got some stuff going on the module downstairs. So let's get going with that right now. Just to let you know, this is not a paid endorsement. This was purchased with money that I received through Patreon. Okay, you got a nice little tool right here with an on-off switch. It has a little bow with the wire in it. And you got a little wall wart right here so you can plug it in. It's got a nice long cord to it. You got a pen for marking your styrofoam. And you got two different size probes right here. So you could poke holes in there and possibly, I don't know if we could poke in there and then move it some. We'll see. We'll try that out. But it is Gochange. Here's the little booklet on it. And like most things, it just gives you a general idea of what to do with it. So let's go down to the module right now and we'll do some work cutting some styrofoam. And then once we cut the styrofoam, then I'll be able to glue it to the wood so we can get going on the module project. It doesn't take very long to heat up. I have this marked already where I want to cut it. So I'm just going to go along this line and do it on a little bit of an angle and come around and see how fast this thing cuts. And I can see already that I'm going to have to do this in sections because it's too deep, because this right here is deeper than what I have. So we're going to have to do this in several different cuts. It goes through there pretty smoothly. As long as I'm close to the edge, we're doing all right. But once I get away from it, and I'm going to pull this out right here. Okay, so there's that piece. Comes out pretty good. That worked out well. So maybe I'll just do it like this in sections. I did that piece right there, and I'm just going to do another one over here, because I can't get too far in, but I might have to use those pointers to do the rest of it. Okay, so I'm going to shut this off, and I don't know how long it takes to cool down because it got hot immediately. But I have another pointer over here. I'm going to use the long one here. We'll put this one in here. Turn it on. And that goes pretty good through there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just going to pull this along right here, along the line that I already made. And as you can see, it goes slow. I mean, you're not going to whiz through this really fast, but
you'll be able to cut it wherever you want. Now this thing goes a little bit slower than the wire, so it must not be as hot as the wire. Because when I was doing it with the wire, it went through really fast. And you can see it has a lot of residue there on it, so I might have to clean that off before I go any further. Okay, so there. I got the power shut off to it right now. All I did was heat this back up and take a paper towel to get the residue off of here. And it comes off real easy. You can see there. I'll lay this over here. Yes, this goes a lot slower than the wire. But the wire does it real clean. It does it fast. But you don't have that much of a reach on the wire. So we'll go, what I'll do is I'll keep the paper towel close by. This is probably just for poking holes, but I'm doing it this way so I can get all the way back to where I need to be. And it seems like the more crud you get on it, the slower it goes. So you got to keep cleaning it off. And make sure you don't burn yourself in the process. Okay, it should be there. There's that one. I was a little bit off on the bottom, so we'll just hit this like this. So, okay, there we go. Now I may have to adjust it a little bit to get a different contour on it, but that's basically what I wanted to do here with that. Let me push this back to where I want it to be on there. This is how it's going to be on the module. Right there. And this area right here is going to be the waterfront where I'm going to have my building. I may have to taper this a little bit more, and I'll probably do that with the bow. Let me shut this off. And this part here doesn't get hot. The technology to use a hot wire to cut through things has been around for a long time. In fact, when I worked in a manufacturing plant back in the 70s, when I was laid off at the railroad, we used these wires like this, but they were on a long bar to cut through plastic for sealing the product. So what it did was just come down on it, it cut it and sealed it at the same time. So this has been around for a long time, and you know, a lot of things that are in manufacturing and old technology is used in modern technology for new equipment.
The hot wire foam cutter is a lot easier to use than a blade, a hacksaw blade or a knife blade. It's less messy, but it takes a little bit longer. So you be the judge of what you want to use. But this is the first time that I've used it, and I liked it. It's a lot better than cutting it and having all that waste all over the place. So I'm going to be using that from now on my own. I would like to thank everybody that supports this channel through Patreon and the new membership. If you'll notice, there is a new join button below this video and next to the subscribe button. If you click on that, you'll come up with a dialog box that explains it a little bit further. It's a way to show your support for Tom's Trains and Things. Here is a list of all the Patreons and all the members as of January 14th, 2020. I would like to thank you all very much for supporting this channel. Let me run down to the living room real quick so you can see a close-up of this cutter right now. Be right back.